the growing recognition of Juneteenth, America's newest federal holiday. Juneteenth, the newest federal holiday in the United States, is gaining awareness among Americans. This weekend marked the third year since the holiday was granted federal status by President Biden in 2021. Juneteenth is a commemoration of the end of slavery in Galveston, Texas, 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was issued in 1863 to free enslaved black people in the Confederacy. Unfortunately, the news of the Union troops' victory over the Confederates spread slowly across the South, and it took until 1865 for it to reach Galveston's shores. Although initially a regional celebration in Texas, as black Americans migrated to different parts of the country, they carried their traditions with them, including the remembrance of one of the final remnants of chattel slavery. The significance of Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday lies not only in celebrating its history, but also in acknowledging the symbolism it represents, the transition from slavery to freedom, said Leslie Wilson, a history professor at Montclair State University. Juneteenth experienced a resurgence during the Second Great Migration when African Americans traveled from the South to the North and West following World War II. It further gained prominence during the Civil Rights Movement of the 1960s as a symbol of strength and triumph for African Americans. However, widespread recognition of Juneteenth was slow to come. For many years, it remained a relatively obscure holiday celebrated primarily within the black community, with little acknowledgement or understanding from other cultures and communities. The awareness of Juneteenth has grown over time. In 2021, when the holiday received federal recognition, only 37% of American adults reported knowing at least something about Juneteenth, according to Gallup polling. Within just a year, that number jumped to nearly 60%. As Juneteenth's popularity has increased, many black Americans see it as an opportunity for African American history to be more widely recognized as an integral part of American heritage. To me, as a black person, celebrating Juneteenth means honoring everyone who was emancipated because many people are still unaware, said Precious Williams, a Dallas native visiting Washington, D.C. during the holiday weekend. We celebrate all sorts of things in America, so it's important for everyone to know about Juneteenth because it is a part of our history. Nevertheless, there are concerns about the potential dilution of the holiday's historical significance due to corporate exploitation. Some companies have faced criticism for selling Juneteenth-themed products that are seen as tasteless and appropriative. Additionally, Juneteenth has become a contentious issue in the ongoing culture war, with some Republicans using it as a weapon, claiming that acknowledging race and racism is an attempt to demonize white Americans. Despite these controversies, for many, Juneteenth serves as a time to reflect on America's history and consider the future. It presents an opportunity for the United States to reimagine its origins and the relationships among its diverse population. Juneteenth celebrations offer the United States a chance to not only rethink its foundations, but also reconsider the relationships among all who live in this country, said Greg Carr, Associate Professor of Africana Studies at Howard University. In many ways, Juneteenth symbolically becomes a litmus test for the possibilities of this country.